Okay, so I'm just quickly recording this following our conversation regarding how to make these logic gates to help you try and understand it a bit better. I'm using this little program that I made last year for my studies to create a random truth table. So here we have a random, oh, that's very similar actually to what you have, so I'm going to try and generate a different one this time. Hope I get something a bit different. That's different enough for my liking. Okay, so this is a truth table, and we're going to use this to create a logic gate, and it's very similar to what you're doing in the workbook right now. So this is logically. I definitely recommend using it if you don't already. So the first thing we need to see is exactly how many inputs we have, and we have 3 inputs. So we're going to bring in 3 toggle switches. These will be our inputs. If they're off, that's 0, and if they're on like so, that's 1. Okay, so they light up when they're on. And we are going to name these A, B, and C. Okay, let's turn those back off. Now, stay off, please. Okay, now the next thing we want to look at is how many positive outputs we have. Now, Z in our truth table is our output, and we have 3 positive outputs. So we want to get 3 AND gates into our circuit here. 3 AND gates. 1 AND gate for every positive output, and only 1 for every positive output. Now, each AND gate needs to have the same amount of inputs as our circuit. So our circuit has 3 inputs. Each AND gate is going to have 3 inputs. Okay, now we want an OR gate. This OR gate will have exactly as many inputs as our circuit has positive outputs. So essentially, this OR gate has 1 input for each AND gate to go into like so. If I could get that to connect up, that would be fantastic. Okay, and then finally we're going to have our output, which in this case is just a light bulb, and this will light up when it receives an output. Now, to finish setting up our circuit, each input needs to have a single NOT gate with it, and this is really important. This is what makes this whole thing work. So we're going to give each one its own NOT gate. Okay, just like so. Now, each input is connected to its NOT gate, like so. Now, this is when we actually start building the circuit. So what we do is we look at where the positive outputs are. So our first positive output is on the row 0, 0, 0. Now, if it's a 0, so this is A. If the A for that row is 0, we connect the NOT gate up. And each AND gate here represents one of the positive outputs. So our top positive output, 0, 0, 0, will go into this AND gate here. So because it's 0, 0, 0, for each 0 we connect the NOT gate up. A0, B0, C0. Okay? And we're going to just clean it up like so. This is how a bus would look. Our second positive output is 0, 0, 1. So A is 0, so we connect from the NOT gate. B is 0, so we connect it from the NOT gate, like so. Now C is 1, so we connect that straight from the input and not from the NOT gate, like so. Okay, so because C is 1, we're connecting from here rather than from here. Our last positive input is 1, 0, 1. So because A is 1, we connect it from here, straight from there. Because B is 0, we connect it from the NOT gate, like so, just like before. And because C is 1, we connect it straight from the input itself. Okay, so now if we connect this up to our light bulb, it will go on because 0, 0, 0 needs to output. 0, 0, 1 will also output as expected. Now 0, 1, 0 shouldn't output, so let's try that. It doesn't output as expected. 0, 1, 1 also shouldn't output. It doesn't. 1, 0, 0 also shouldn't output, so let's try it. 1, 0, 0 doesn't output. 1, 0, 1 should output, so let's try it. 1, 0, 1. It does output. And if you click this little button here in logically, you'll see our truth table. True, true, false, 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 true, false, false, which matches our 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0 truth table that we just generated. And you can use this for any number of inputs. You just add more inputs for the amount of inputs you want, and of course more AND gates for how many positive outputs there are. Hopefully that helps. If you follow this along with the one in your workbook, you should be able to get that sorted now. Anything else, just let me know.